been there for quite some time.
I was outside.
Um,
What happened to Honk? What did I miss?
what happened to Honk? Oh, I think I put him in the GM layer. That's what happened to Honk.
Okay.
On the other map, I think he was in the GM layer. So I didn't copy and paste him.
Oh, that's funny. I tried to drag the token out, but it wouldn't let me.
I got it.
Large reduce Honk.
Okay. Um, as the team develops their own next stage of events, you manage to get into the area. Well, manage is a strong word. More like coerce someone to give you the password. With the password in hand, Win turned into a cute kitty cat and jumped into Jemmy's bag. Finn and Ray became Jemmy's bodyguards for this transaction. Jamie, I don't remember if you transformed into anything or anyone, but you'd like to disguise yourself a little bit to be more presentable.
I'm mainly a Jemmy form here.
Yeah. Going to the guards, they asked you what business do you have here. You gave the password, so they let you through. Finder was more or less keeping them distracted for the while. You're not technically next to everyone, Finder. Neither is Cassidy or Raven. I just putting you here. Everyone went in. The redhead that is the attendant of this group, as well as the bar next door, asked you, what are you doing here? You said you're a potential buyer and things like that. Money is money, so she allowed you here since you also have the gravitas of someone with enough wealth to be here. Also, there is a representative from Noche, a high-end merchant that may or may not be trying to kill Cassidy. General pointing is clear that it is Cassidy, but you got no confirmation on that, so technically only hearsay. But he is dealing with criminals, known criminals, so you know there is that at the very least he can be try it for. And while you guys are here, I'll just replay that scene once again. Uh, the merchant owner, not the merchant owner, the redhead owner of the place does state, as I mentioned beforehand, as this one looks towards Jimmy, has mentioned stated, there will be no trace. We will have it corralled by the Yith hounds behind us, entering into the domain of the area, and then it will do what it needs to do and mentally destroy those around it. If you're all ready, we can let it loose, it go out, and then we can go upstairs and have the actual auction on underway. She looks towards you guys as she states this. Not towards just you, but like the three next to her and then Jemmy's group.
You'd mentioned before about the Yith hounds. Are those made an appearance yet? Oh, it looks like they're in that cage.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The other side is just like going upstairs. There's stairway.
All right. And are they actually? Is anybody actively getting the? Because it sounded like the whole thing with the big psychic creatures kind of in progress here.
Yeah, they're like ready and able to go as soon as like everyone, you know. They're not gonna let it loose and have someone panic and potentially screw things up. So like she's waiting for confirmation from both the two people next to her that are there to buy these creatures, as well as you, Jimmy, since you're new here and like wants to make sure, oh, new guy, want to make sure that they don't screw things up for me.
And which one of these is the bartender, if anybody? I guess I missed that.
The redhead.
Okay, so that one. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh. So those youth hounds, are they part of the auction? Or at least, are there creatures like it in the auction?
There are creatures like that in the auction, but these ones specifically have been trained by us in Inferno to corral things, hunt things down, and disappear at a moment's notice. If you are interested, we do have ones available, but not these ones.
Understood, although there's something to be said for a product demonstration. Curious what their capabilities really are.
Roll persuasion. Not bad. She looks towards you and like looks behind her. She then says something in a language you may or may not know. Do any of you speak giant?
Definitely not.
Jotun, I believe it's got no.
Okay. Well, Ray doesn't, unfortunately. I would say if it was written down, Dwarvish would be a good way of translating it, but she's speaking it.
I'm
Nope.
outside.
She says a word. Doesn't register to you guys what word it said. Just a language that you do not speak. As she does that, the cage itself begins to flicker. And then in Inferno, she does look towards one of the hounds. I believe one of you, not anyone inside. Essentially, she calls one of the hounds when the cage flickers, and then they like blink out of existence and re-blink next to her. Then the cage like fades back to normal. Now, this product is quite finicky to house and corral. However, once trained, they don't necessarily need to be corralled, but many of our potential buyers don't like them roaming around, so we keep them behind the cage. However, once trained, we can train them in a specific language that you prefer, have them be able to come, fetch, go, attack whoever you decide to. I'm not going to let myself be the verdict of your own actions. That being the case, though, as you see, they can teleport 30 feet without too much of an issue, unless there's someone already in the space. They can rend into someone quite viciously, dealing 2d8 plus 5 points of piercing damage. They
Just
can.
a little closer to inspect it a little better.
Are you saying that out loud, or are you yourself
No,
saying that to the DM?
I'm just walking up and just kind of look. Yeah, I'm saying that to you. Just kind of appraising the creature.
Yeah, like as she mentioned beforehand, she did say it's trained, so she's not like worried, but she is looking at you in case you try to pet it.
Say
Oh, yeah,
Jemmy's
definitely
doing
not
like the
doing that.
dog show thing, like long shanks, yes, cup the balls. No.
But she's like explaining stuff and goes, now they do have a pack tactic feat, so more of them is better. So if you intend to buy one, I suggest an entire pack. They're good, noble creatures, generally on the chaotic side, but once tamed properly, they will listen to you. If
Mhm.
these kind of things aren't your forte, we can add an additional uh, control monster collar on them, allowing them to be dominated by you and anyone you designate. However, that will of course cost a little bit extra, but I'm sure you can manage it.
These creatures sound quite promising indeed, and I definitely love the build of these. I could definitely see a lot of chaos potential for such a creature. Certainly a pack of them. Mind wanders. So while Jimmy's saying that, hold on. There's something I want to double check on.
I have a question.
Yes.
How well maintained are these animals? Are they getting the right care? Are they being, uh, looked after properly?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for
Describe
me.
their level of main.
Animal handling or nature. Pretty good.
That is like a nat 20.
Examining the creature, the Yithhound, looking at it, seeing how gaunt it is, how thin it is, how skin-wise it is, and like closely connected to the bone around it. It's supposed to look this way. It's supposed to look like fleshy, gaunt, long, elongated. It is properly is a choice word, but it is being maintained, taken care of as it would or needs be. It wouldn't do them any good if they're selling defect product or like malnourished individuals. So they are taking care of the creatures they capture. That being said, they should not be here. And in fact, it might create some type of ecological destruction if they're ever let loose and not tamed or trained by anything or anyone. So for sure, they shouldn't be here. As like you have yourself popped out of the bag Jimmy's at slightly, but not enough that people can see you as you're looking at these things. You can tell that the Yithhound does clock you as you're looking at it, but it doesn't do anything, which means that they are very well trained. Yes. Quite true. So, looking at you though, it like keeps an eye on you, but doesn't do anything. And again, they are well trained, but you do see like, unfortunately, in times when animals aren't trained properly, they like potentially like whip them or do other things. You do see indicating marks of long ago faded training, brutal training degrees, but that has faded from some time. But it's still there, still present if you're looking at it or looking for it.
They did not use positive reinforcement.
No, they're not.
All right.
Oh, rude.
Hopefully, this will help me out in a later check to tame them.
It might. Again, not legally allowed in the city.
Yeah. Oh, when does that ever stop doing?
Well, it's like we're gonna have to like capture them, So either way, Wynn's gonna like get them.
Can you guys hear that? That's my
No.
neighbor's dog. Sorry.
Now, keeping them is a different thing.
Very true. But yeah, they're being fed. At the very least, you can tell they're being fed and taken care of. Prior,
Okay.
how well they were, not well, but now they are. That being the case, though, she does like go on and tell you guys pack tactics, rending of 2d8 plus 5, so very hard hitters. She also states that as a bonus action, they can just blink 30 feet in the direction so long as the area is not captured, or at least no one's there. And she does also state they also have a few other things, but we're not worrying about that for now. In fact, I'm sure that this information is good enough for what demonstration you, sir, looks towards Jimmy, had inquired about. She does look at the Yith Hound, says something in Giant, and you see that the cage begins to... Go ahead.
Actually, before that, there was something I wanted to try.
Yeah.
Just a sec, I gotta check something here.
No problem.
Wait, didn't you say these guys were like in Abyssal? No, not Abyssal, but Infernal? And now she's speaking Jotun?
She is speaking Giant for the cage, not the creatures.
Oh, okay. Because, like, we knew some commands, and I was like, if this is in a different language, I'm just fucked.
So, anyway, I had a question. I just posted a DM for you to take a look at.
I think everyone here technically knows the command words.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
we
Stop,
went
go,
over
and
them.
attack.
Yeah, you can... I think the only one that needs to like make a check was Finn. Jimmy, you can try it.
Badly. Everybody else has got the words down really well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I rolled a nat 20 on all those.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's any reaction out of the creature.
You do the thing you messaged me. Do you do it like before she like turns around to like do the command word to the cage?
Yeah, just to get a feel for whether my next idea is gonna work at all or not.
Something will happen. I'm just not sure it's the thing you want. Think about everything I've already stated. Do you proceed with your plan?
Actually, I'll try a little bit different. Just to see if there's any reaction out of it.
Okay. As you telepathically command something to the hound, like the hound is in a prong position, ready to do what needs to be done. As you cast the command word to it inside its mind, immediately it like goes straight up at attention. Much like the dogs that I was about to say Finn, that Finder posted in Discord. At attention, not like ready to pounce at anything or anyone, to run away, to like attack anyone, like goes upright. And as that happens, the bar owner looks down, and an Inferno says something, and it like picks itself back up into a potential striking position. Looks around and is gonna roll insight.
Okay.
11 plus modifier. Okay. Looking around, she does state, now, that is quite interesting. Looks towards the group, doesn't know who specifically, but Ray would be over here. He would not be that far away. She does not know specifically, but she can tell something has happened. Something has triggered the hound to move. Looking at the group, total group. That is quite interesting. Yes. Let's see here. looks towards the uh, groups to the north. Let's see here. Mind you, do any of you have psychic abilities? No, says the count. And the other two also do not stay eitherwise. And then looking downwards towards Jemmy. Now, mind you, do you have any telekinetic magic abilities? Or do your two guards have that?
I can't speak for everybody. I'm certain somebody's probably got any sort of ability. Do these things react negatively, that sort of thing?
Hmm. You know, it's funny. They only react in Infernal. We train them as such since it's a very hard to learn language or very hard to find language. And if someone was able to command them using telekinetic abilities, as well as know the language, that would be the only reason why they would react in this way. And your answer was very roundabout. Do you mind if I ask you directly if you have telekinetic abilities? And do you mind if I ask your guards if they do?
Have at it, although if this needs Infernal, I don't see what a telekinetic ability will have to do there.
Telepathy, whatever the mundane or magic casters use. Looks towards Finn. Now then, sir, do you have any mind reading or mind message magic?
Nothing magical, but I do get thoughts now and then. However, I have used nothing. I've stood here guard only.
Roll persuasion.
Good luck to me.
That's about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Good to know, but it's strange that your benefactor didn't know this. Looks towards Ray. Now then, do you have any abilities to send messages or receive messages or other, be it magic or otherwise? No, I don't have any of that. I'm good with the blade, but other than that, I am not magical at all. I'm not gonna make Ray potentially make you guys screw up, so Otto believes him. Looks towards Jemmy. Now then, you, good sir, other than not realizing what your, would you call them jobbers or just your hires? Depending on how falutin she's trying to be. Depending on
goons.
your
Yeah.
goons, depending on your
Hench
guards.
persons.
I'm just gonna call them guards. Other than what you clearly do not know about your own guards, do you have any mind abilities that you have yet to tell us about? And did you in any way cause this?
Well, I certainly didn't cause it. All of my communication abilities are here with my mouth, which people have said is known to be rather large, but I'm a bit lacking in the silent sort of communication.
It's the lying.
That is a lie. She doesn't automatically know this though. Go ahead and roll deception.
Okay.
It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. Looking
I
towards
suppose I'll have to ask, what is the problem with being able to, I mean, if these creatures are only useful when they're spoken to, what does it matter how they're spoken to?
That is quite true. The problem is, though, as she looks towards her nails, just looking at them after she may or may not have caught you in a lie, That's not really the issue. The issue is that they were somehow spoken to without me hearing it, and also they were spoken to in the language that they are trained in, causing them to halt or stop. That is the real issue, good sir. And I'm afraid I have to ask you to leave, or otherwise inquire some forceful investigation upon you. Now, I'm sure someone as regaled as you wouldn't want your finery to be destroyed or your guards to be paid more than they are initially worth. Clearly, you don't know their value. Looks towards Finn and Ray. If you need any work, let me know. I can hire you both of you at a good premium. But for now, I'll adjust you with your benefactor. Looks towards to Jemmy. Again, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Or forceful negotiation. Investigation, sorry, will ensue.
Air quotes doing
Fair
some
enough.
heavy work there.
Suppose we're not going to have a sale then.
Not between you or I. Walk, 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 walk. Does Finn leave?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Wait, no. Where'd Jimmy go? Okay.
He's like walking out.
Is he? Wait. Is Win still there? She jumped out of his backpack.
When would still technically be in Jimmy's backpack?
I guess I can
Okay,
slow
in that
down
case,
here. We'll
yeah.
just have I'm starting to walk out.
Yon. No.
Okay. It seems to me no one is attempting anything unless you tell me otherwise.
Yeah, it's like, do we attack? What's going on?
Also,
I can say that silently.
you for sure can. As you do so, the big psychic creature looks towards you, but that's not important right now. Finn, does your like eyes of the rune keeper or whatever let you hear any language, or is it just reading any language?
Here, this is what it specifically says.
Read all writing.
That's it. That is literally the entire description.
I don't know how your eyes would make you hear better, but no.
I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah. Well, I do have primordial. That's like 4 different accents, but I don't know how helpful any of that is.
No, I was just wondering if I could somehow cheat in getting you the words in Yoden, as Finder has mentioned. But there's like no way I can cheat.
Oh, didn't that Count Volstra guy leave already?
No, Count Volster was there. He's the guy that's
I thought they made the
paying
deal
for
and
the
he
hit.
left.
Yeah.
No, he's
So
there.
Has he handed over money yet, or did you guys blow it?
No, that definitely happened last session. I was actually
Okay,
listening to that one, but yeah, there was a big sack of money handed along.
Sack of money was handed.
Well, that doesn't that mean you guys should be like, you're under arrest?
Yeah,
Up to
we're
you.
supposed to all bust in and say,
Oh,
you know,
I'm
this is
outside.
raid, you're done.
Just trying to set the stage of like why we got in there, and is he gonna get away with it now because we can't arrest him because we live? And I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
that's
just
what I was
outside the building.
telepathically. Telepathically asking Jemmy just as he gets to the door is like, were we not supposed to stop them? Are we going to yell this is a raid and arrest them, or was this the plan? You can respond telepathically.
You choose not to.
Is someone's microphone muted?
Yeah, are you muted
No,
or did
it
you
is.
lose audio? Okay.
No, it's not muted. I did not lose audio either.
Okay.
Just have to employ critical thinking.
I've stumped him.
And walking out.
Finder watching from an alley is surprised. I thought I'd have to come into guns blazing.
I'm gonna say this group is also in the alley. Finally, you see.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
lead the group off one direction and then kind of loop back around to rejoin the others. Don't want to make a beeline straight for them.
Yeah, you take a good path around the area. When you regroup back with the rest of the team, Cassidy does state, so what's the plan? You were able to get in, but something clearly happened since you're back out here.
What?
I didn't like the odds given how few of us were in there. That Count was still there. He sounds pretty dangerous. The creature's caged up at the moment. I had an idea involving the creatures, and I wanted to test it first. And unfortunately, that backfired. So, but if we want to try to be aggressive now that we're all reunited, we can do that. But I didn't think, given the circumstances, I did not want to start a combat situation with us split apart with hostiles in between us.
What a pincer movement? No.
Well, if you wanted to fight the door guards and not any of the stuff inside, then certainly it's a pincer move.
Yeah, I would have been having a great time. So, okay, so we have your testimonies at, is this Count, whose name I have forgotten,
Count Volstra?
Count
Yeah.
Volstra has ordered the murder on a citizen of the city. Remains unknown.
We saw him make the payment for the deal. Specifically, purchase the services of the creature.
Yes, but the creature is currently or about to be moved through the city for its attack.
Yeah, I thought it was about to be let loose, so to speak.
Yeah, even though Cassidy is here with us, they're going to attack where they think she is staying, and that's a lot of innocent civilians who can't protect themselves from that.
Sorry, I'll be
Like,
right back.
sense it was powerful, but I'm not 100% sure how damaging it can be.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the warehouse made out of?
A good amount of it is made out of plywood, standard woods here and there. It's not magically enchanted to like be fortified. It's more like a warehouse that they've called the Red Barn, that they house their creatures in, some of their stuff in, and like hold auction from time to time. This isn't always where they keep their creatures, but this is a good place people meet up to like purchase stuff and things of that nature. But it's not like magically fortified.
How thick are the walls?
They're pretty thick, but like not crazy. They're like a good 3 inches.
Okay.
Truthfully and honestly, it's like built like a barn. They would be thick enough that the weather outside wouldn't cause too much damage inside, but they wouldn't survive a tornado.
Or let's say a explosive magical spell.
Probably.
Okay, okay. So technically, we don't even need to go through the door to go back in.
No, we don't.
Well, there's certainly
Yeah,
something to be
like,
said for explosives, but another thing too, you wouldn't happen to have a druid's fireball on top, would you? I'm thinking if a sudden assortment, well, I guess if we bust in, we're probably going to want to target rich environments. So if you can summon several creatures, that's going to help us, I think.
well, I don't necessarily have something like a fireball, but I can make the ground explode,
That
and
somehow
I
sounds
can.
worse.
Well, I can
I mean, in a good
basically
way.
make. Well, I can basically make the ground. Give me a sec. Want to make sure I get the wording right. I can basically make the earth uh, erupt in like stoned in charred earth in like a 20-foot area. It's gonna be
Oh,
like difficult to walk through though.
Excuse
But
me.
also, I could give me a sec. But basically, I can also summon a wave of strong water and like yay high, about like 30 feet long. That can knock things like completely down in its path. And yes, I
sure.
can summon my friends too.
Well, if we're
So
going to,
depending on what you want to do and how you guys want to do it, I could technically make us a new entrance.
if we do, the east wall might be the least expected spot for that.
But in doing so, we'll use up a lot of my energy. Basically, I'm gonna be using like 2, 3 level spells to make the hole and some of the animals.
Well, you do have at least one extra.
That is true. I'm just letting you guys know that I will be burning, resources.
Although actually, maybe maybe the south entrance. That way, it'll hit those two guards as well.
If we do the north entrance, would it not also free the dogs in our attempts to control them to help mitigate in battle?
I seriously doubt it. That cage seemed magical in nature.
That cage for sure is magical.
Yeah.
The barn is mundane.
So if we can stop the creature from ever leaving the cage, this is good, yes?
We certainly don't want to get close to it, so I would prefer to fight it while it's in the cage. If they move it, the creature, the hounds, and presumably a fair number of their staff are going to be there. This is probably the
Well,
best.
There weren't many
well,
staff on the bottom
te-
floor. Oh, go
well,
ahead, sorry.
technically, we don't even need to fight the creature. It's already contained. All
It
we
may
have to
not stay
do
that way,
is,
though.
yes, true, but best case scenario, we deal with the perpetrators, and the creature stays in the cage.
And I'm going to look around real carefully, see if I get an idea if we're being spied on.
I was just going to say, we saw only a few people on the ground floor. Anybody else in that building would all be upstairs. I remember the northwestern corner had a set of stairs. Perhaps if we took out that corner, that would be our hall, plus preventing anybody on the second floor to be able to easily come down and engage us.
What a terrible idea.
All things are possible. Jimmy, go ahead and roll perception.
All right. I saw some expert guide. Oh, that sucks. But,
Oh,
let's see.
I thought that was the real roll. I was
I
like,
thought so too.
"Whoa."
No, that is impossible. I can't roll less than a 9.
Okay, quick question first. Sorry.
Yes.
So either way, you guys do want me to summon more animals, correct?
I think so. The more fighters we have on our side, the better.
All right, then I want to do that. I should do that now then, because the spell loss is up for an hour.
Yeah, and then you always send them through the breach immediately rather than having to summon them next round.
Exactly.
Yeah, they can be the
So,
first
what do you
wave.
guys want? Yeah, they can be the first wave, and then we go in afterwards. So, what do you guys want? Do you guys just want like 8 wolves or something a little bit more stronger, if I can, or what?
I like the idea of the wolves.
I don't suppose you've ever seen a raptor. Do you have those here?
You for sure haven't seen a raptor.
No.
In Eberron, they
I
wander the
haven't.
desert sometimes. They can be nasty in packs, but singly they're a little easier.
Like, do you mean the species of predatory birds?
It's
Yeah.
a flightless lizard bird thing that has a really nasty bite. It's like kind of like wolves, only with a bigger mouth and longer teeth.
Like they
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Unfortunately, I've never seen a creature called a raptor before.
Okay. Well, they're small. If you've never seen it, that's fine. I just didn't know if you had them here. They're very effective.
Moving along.
All right, so I guess I'll summon my 8 wolves.
I think I might have an idea for getting us in the door with a little less destruction.
I mean, destruction of the stairs sounds good to me, just in case. But
Yeah, if she unleashes her brimstone and fire spell there in the
Oh, in that northwest
top left,
corner.
yeah, the top left corner there, that'll destroy the stairs. Everybody upstairs will have to either jump or be stuck up there and won't be able to engage us as readily. There were only a few people on the ground floor when we left.
Fair enough. Do we want to lure the rear guards away first, or just not worry about them?
Depending on her spell, they might be taken out with that, or I don't know. If you lure them away, they're just going to come right back. They might alert others to our presence without leaving their post.
just so we're clear on what our objective is here, it's to apprehend the count, yes? And perhaps the other key character and then leave?
Definitely the other key characters. There was some discussion as to whether the Count could be directly arrested, but he can be reported and have official diplomats show up at his residency to place him under proper arrest because of apparently his station.
Diplomatic immunity.
Mm.
Now, Win, you saw the bartender lady in there, the one that was confronting me. Could you have your wolves focus on her specifically? I think the sooner she's taken down, the less likely we are to have problems with the Yip Hounds.
Yeah, sure. Correct me. Question: the Yifans respond to Sylvan commands, right?
Infernal.
You said last time.
Whatever it
Infernal.
was, Wind taught us.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Was it? Oh
Yeah,
no, they were.
because it was a very specific moment that Win had to teach, everyone Sylvan the commands in Sylvan.
Hmm, where did Inferno come from? I know something involving Inferno happened.
The password to go in was infernal.
That's what it was. I
and
mixed
their
the two up.
sign, and their sign is infernal, and like, cause
Right.
they're like the gang that has like Chinese tattoos, but they're like super white.
Yes. Glad you got that, Finder. Uh,
Yeah.
that's correct. Win, yes.
All right. Well, if anything, we could confuse the gift hounds with with different contradictory commands when she tells them something. Also, just
Oh,
keep that
that is
in
definitely
mind.
part of my plan.
We're just gonna be shouting at these dogs to like, stay, go, kill, stay.
Yeah. So I do feel bad for them. It's like, especially because you can obviously tell, like, during their taming and training process, they were whipped. Like, the wounds do look old already, but still, it's very sad.
Uh, Finn, Jemmy, just Finn and Jimmy. Both of you hear like a loud whistling within your minds. It for sure hurts, but doesn't cause actual damage. But it's painful.
Oh, that hurt. If we're gonna do
Let's see,
something, we're
what
probably
was-
gonna need to do it now.
All right,
Yeah, I
so
was gonna
let's
say, what was that loud? Did it say anything or just?
It was like a scream with no words, and that's how your brain interpreted interpreted
Okay.
it.
Sutterton, that's not a creature.
I didn't hear anything, but I agree we should hurry up. We'll suck around to the stairway sides and blow this fucker up.
All right, let's get ready.
Lead the
All
way.
right, just tell me when to do what I should do.
Okay. Let's get around to the top here.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and never mind.
All right.
Okay, I am gonna cloak up a bit more just to sort of conceal my appearance a bit.
I mean that's fair.
Okay, so where are we going?
The top left corner of the map.
Yeah. Also, roll for me stealth. It will be a group stealth. I will take the median of everyone's rolls. So even if you roll low, one of you, it won't destroy everyone's roll.
Does Honk roll as well, or just me?
I'll just have Honk give you advantage.
I like advantage.
May the Core Eye Guide win. Oh, did you already roll?
I mean, guidance can also be applied.
All right. Well, here.
Ooh, nice. A 4.
13.
Oh, yep. You got the 4. Okay, so 4 plus 9, 13.
Okay. So that is almost everyone except for Jimmy.
What am I rolling again?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Okay.
Plus 8. That's pretty bad. But again, not the worst thing in the world. Divide by 4. It's not bad. You guys just barely beat their passive perception of 14. You guys got 14.25.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Ooh, that core eye guy just really pushed us over the edge.
0.25.
0.25.
Fucking let it rip.
Okay. Your goal is to use your destructive spell right around here to take out the stairs and blow the hole. And then your wolves will rush in, and we will rush in right after that. Once
Now,
we blow
despite the icon stacking, we're actually all around the corner, right? We're not in like line
Yeah.
of sight of those guards.
Yeah.
Hey.
I guess
Once-
I should use the water one because the other one would make things more difficult for us to traverse the area.
True. Though I was thinking about making Honk large and we could run along him like a bridge. Anyway.
That's an intriguing
Oh.
idea.
Do you guys want to do that?
That sounds fun. And then we can have
I'd
Honk
also-
grab and restrain a guy.
Might also help if we have to make our escape. That gives them more difficult terrain to cross.
All right. What happens if that psychic creature is out?
Have a plan
Lower
B.
him back. Lower him back into the cage.
Yes, I think we should use our commands to tell
Throw
the
him back
dogs.
into the cage.
Yes. Also,
Okay.
Cassidy, I don't know if it's a great idea for you as the assassination target to be going right into there.
I mean, Finn helped me change my hair. But I guess it's fair. To you, she does look like Cassie, but to anyone that's like looking for her, she wouldn't like blend to Cassie's normal
Yeah,
image.
The thing is, we're dealing with a unknown entity that can read minds. So to be on the safe side, you may want to hang back.
I guess that's fair.
we were going to need some people to hang back. Wynn already said that after she casts her 2 spells, she will be diminished and she will need restored.
Yeah,
Uh,
after this, I'm going on
Hey,
support mode.
But wait a minute, didn't you do your long rest? Your 4-hour long rest?
Well,
So you should be
yeah,
fine.
that's why I'm back, but it's like I'm going to be using 2 of my most powerful spell slots at the moment.
Okay, which is
So
fair enough.
after-
I just started to get
after
depressed
this-
before thinking you were all tapped out.
So after this, I'm probably just gonna go on support mode unless something drastic happens.
You do have the ear clip Finn gave you.
Restores the spell slot.
Oh yeah. Hi.
Ray will hold back to make sure Cassidy has backup. So Raven will go with you guys.
And I'm going to tell Cassidy and Ray, if you start to get chased or if you're overwhelmed, go to fucking whatever the crossroads is where Lady Strong or Widow Strong in the Arm is. Ask for help. Tell your friend to find her.
Will do. Thank you for the information.
All right, you guys ready?
Break down
As
that
wretched as I'll
wall.
never be.
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right.
And remember, have the wolves attack the bartender first.
As Jimmy says that, you look towards him, nod, and realize that he also looks like the bartender. Actually, I don't know if you've seen the bartender. He looks like a woman with red hair, very pretty.
Yeah, she's seen her because she was inside the building
Oh,
when.
That's
they were
right,
talking.
you were the cat.
Yeah.
Kitty cat.
And then stance. Bestow
Alright,
onto
so
us
I
a wall
guess-
of water.
So I guess Wynn will casually walk into place And I guess the wolf pack will be following her.
Or like
Oh, this is a funny
sneaking.
sight. Well, we're gonna be kind of like right here in the open, so I don't know how much sneaking it will be.
Oh, we're
You
not doing
but-
this around the corner? I thought we just blast that whole corner out. Oh, I guess
okay.
you were targeting the stairs very specifically. I mean, I guess I don't know what the big 3x3 square is here. Is that a landing?
It's
Yeah,
like
I have no idea what that is either.
Whatever it turns, you know.
it turns. I didn't want to make another second storage, so I said like this square indicates another floor. Don't worry about that one.
And real quick
Yeah.
before we explode things, can we talk to Ramon on our badges? Should I tell him what we're doing?
Send guards. Be prepared for possible destruction.
I'm not going to ask him if what we can do is right. I'm just going to tell him.
Yeah, as I said,
Go ahead.
just
Well-
send
Like I'm
guards.
using my badge.
Send backup.
It's better to ask permission. Well, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Hey, Ramon just wants to let you know that we found the culprits who released the other creatures, and we're currently taking care of it. One of them might be a baron with diplomatic immunity. Okay, we'll see. Talk to you afterward.
Wait, which
Send backup. Tell him to send the backup for the destruction of civilians.
I try to send someone as fast as possible. Which city?
What? Noche.
Okay.
All right, I'll try to make sure everything is as clean and clear as possible. Proceed with caution.
Yes, also the targets of the assassinations was a diplomat from the floating whale city named Cassidy.
Concerning, bring him in alive.
That's the plan. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so Wynn's gonna blow up the wall now. Bye.
What spell are you using?
I will be using Tidal Wave.
Ooh, very nice. Ba, 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 ba.
Well, it was that or Erupting Earth. Wait, yeah, we were gonna use Honk to cross over like a bridge, right?
Yeah.
We can erupting earth.
First of all, this would work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you want it, for sure.
Okay, just double checking.
If you make your 20-foot square here, you know.
So in the area, you immediately erupt the earth, causing things to sunder in. Honk quickly slides in as fast as possible,
I cast Enlarge Reduce on him.
casting a large reduce on him, allowing you guys to. Oops, still doing the effect thing.
It's pretty cool.
It is neat.
And then I tell the wolves to charge.
All right,
Wolves are
I-
slow filing it down his back.
you do have control of the wolves.
Just to make sure, which direction did we come in from on this blowing the hole?
This way.
If it was a tidal wave, I was going to suggest maybe clipping these guys as collateral, but for that, it's fine.
Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative. As you guys roll with advantage. As you guys blow up the area, immediately Honk grows in size, allowing you guys to travel through the area you just blew up. For sure, the guards next to you guys are now aware that you guys exist. But
Fuck, idiots.
a little too late for that. As you find yourselves
Ooh, I didn't
looking
roll with
in,
advantage. Sorry. I did roll with advantage, but it didn't do it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
this
it
is
didn't
the
do
Oh,
it
it
for me
changed?
either.
current situation you find yourselves in. The cage has been opened and the creature is halfway out, and the hounds are guiding it out. But you also have a possibility to do better than what has already transpired. Initiative 15. I'm going to change Finder's initiative.
Sorry, I rolled twice
Um,
instead of with advantage.
Since I'm literally right here, direct vision on the creature, Can I, uh, and knowing that we want the creature to be back in the cage, can I shout out an order for the Yiphounds and Sylvan to bring the creature back into its cage?
I'm gonna say no, mainly because you ordered the wolves to go
Okay.
forwards,
I
and also explosive magic.
Gotta wait for your
a
turn.
dogma.
Yes.
A dogma. You know how you said about trying to kind of get me the commands? I have that cheat for you.
Finally, you can you can see providing the creature is within 10 feet. You can.
As long as the creature understands one language, they understand you.
They understand Sylvan because they're command words. I can talk to them one at a time, and I don't have to make intellect checks because it's telepathic. I don't have to say the words right.
That's not the treat I
Well,
wanted
I
to give
got-
you, but that'll work.
I guess, the first person in will have to order the Yiphounds to put the creature back in. Sound good, guys?
Cage, home,
Yep.
cage, corral, home, cage.
Okay, 16. 3.
So, do we get a surprise round?
They are surprised, so they are under the surprise condition. So your first attacks, first actions do have advantage. Their speed is essentially reduced by half since they are flat-footed, or at least in a flat-footed position. But you don't they don't get to not do anything. They are just
You just have advantage
power.
on them. Yeah. God, please tell me that I have handcuffs.
If they do have an attack, they only have one attack.
Chinky.
If they do have multiple attacks, they only have one attack. If they do have speed of movement, it's reduced by half. Your first initial action is at advantage. That's how we'll do surprise for now. Because I remember something else having to do with surprise rules, but I forget completely, so that's how I'm going to do it. Finn, you're up first.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna be moving on top of the wolves, I guess. I'm going to
You can pass through them.
run in. Okay. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5 there.
Yeah, as long as you don't stop in their square, you're fine.
25. 30. Okay. I can get that far. I'm going to use my...
Whoa, what just happened to your mic?
Oh, sorry. I was checking if it's an action or a bonus action or anything.
Okay. Can hear you better now.
Okay, I only use an action to give the creature the ability to speak back with me. So it's not even an action, it's just a free thing for me to talk to them. So I can talk to this one here. And say, go get the
Like
creature
that.
back in its cage. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it was like one word, sorry. And now you're quiet again.
See, provided the creature's within the number of feet, because the number of 10 feet, you don't actually know language for the creature for it to understand your level of understanding. The creature must be able to understand at least one language when you use this trait to speak. So, how to get your creature, you can use your actions to that creature to speak. 50 for 1 hour until it's you must within trait trains, giving the ability to add one on the creature at a time. Creature just takes the one. Okay. Do you get this idea? I'm going to allow it, but you for sure would have needed to make a animal handling check.
Okay.
Because you're more or less like speaking to it on a personal level rather than a command level.
All right.
And
But I
also
like the
wonder
idea.
if it has to make eye contact, because it sounds like they have to be able to see you.
I'm still going to
They
allow
don't have to
it.
have eye contact after you be in. Oh, go ahead.
Eye contact isn't the issue. It's just like you have to be able to see it for the effect to work. I'm still gonna allow it. Just future reference. It probably won't allow it again. At least this way. Making telepathic contact with this creature. As this is being let out, on the Yithhound's turn, it will try to. This one specifically will try to berate it back in.
Did you want me to make a nature check or something?
Nah, again, I'm gonna allow it for this encounter.
Okay. All right, and for my action, seeing the bartender, knowing that the Count is a diplomat, I'm not 100% sure about attacking him until I get the okay. Maybe he'll just be cordial with being arrested. But Finn looks dead at the bartender lady and says,
This is a
"May
raid.
the core I smite thee. May the core I smite thee."
I know we didn't talk about this, but fun is like, we talked about this. We are police. You have to say that before they... It's like that scene in Archer where he's like, no, no, no. First you say we're FBI, then you start shooting.
But you ever heard of a no-knock warrant?
Okay.
Okay, and actually, forget that dueling style. It's a spell.
Okay. Is it a Constitution save still?
Yes.
Okay, that is a +2.
Information didn't come up. I think I did that wrong.
That's a 4.
Yeah, did not come up right.
Is this a cantrip or something? What do you...
Just a second. For some reason, it's not coming up right. I screwed it up.
You sap the vitality. 1d4 necrotic damage and fall prone. 1d4 when you reach 5th. So yeah, it's... I mean... Both of those, like 5, that was a legitimate roll, but he just has to pass the Constitution save or fall prone.
Which I
And
did.
that was a 4 Constitution. She failed.
Taking 6 points of damage, she does hit prone. She's not dead. But she's on the ground.
Okay, that's my attack, my full movement. I can't get closer, and I telepathically talk to the dog. That would be it for my turn.
Okay. The 2 other rich people that are in the room, minus the Count and Jemmy, who currently isn't in the room,
Get the fuck out.
get the fuck out. Yes, they will bail. They're not getting paid for this. In fact, they were trying to make business deals.
I just wanted a fluffy kitty.
They're going to use running, bonus action, open the door, main action, just run out.
No, my.
They're like 15 feet away outside of map range. The Count, looking towards you guys, seeing that the...
I hope they get mugged in this terrible neighborhood.
They might. And no one will report it because people mind their own business.
But they won't be giving these motherfuckers their business anymore.
For sure. Count Volstra looks towards the area, looks towards her, uses his main action to pick her up, looks at the situation and just state, I don't care how much it costs. Get me out of this situation. Uses bonus action to do something towards her. You don't know what it is, but if you are a bard, more than likely some type of inspiration. The creature will try to move out, and I'm going to have this guy roll contested animal handling against this creature. 11. And the creature unfortunately rolled a 16, so it gets out of its cage. It does have an action, but will not use its actions. It's currently in the surprise round stage. Because its action is an AoE thing. And that'd be mean. Find her, go.
Wouldn't that be mean to them?
It'd be mean to everyone within a 30-foot range. which would also include your wolves. If you want me to... Oh, wait, no, it wouldn't. It only includes
Ha,
Finn.
we're good.
So I mean, if by mean you
We
mean...
can heal. It's like we can heal Finn later.
Okay. Outstretching its mind as it like gets out of the area.
Well, let's ask Finn first.
Roll the dice.
Let's
Roll the
see how this
dice.
goes. This can only benefit us. Yeah, I can get hit, but let's
Finn's
see how
over
that
here
works
with
because
resistance to
everybody
psychic
else is gonna
damage.
get hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finn and anything else within a 30-foot range, including the people upstairs, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Go ahead and roll for me a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck those guys especially.
I'll do my best to heal y'all up later.
I'm
Gonna make sure.
I'm the only
gotta
one.
make sure. Well, I gotta make sure that even the other people that we're arresting, make it out alive.
I also
we're trying
never
to go
said you're
for
taking
0
damage.
casualties.
Yeah, this might not be damage. This might be.
Oh yeah.
You don't- You don't,
Yeah, this could
you don't need to
be
worry
a
about that.
control
You
thing.
just yell, stop resisting.
Stop resisting! He already has 2
Yeah.
gunshot wounds.
Finn with the big resist.
Okay, very nice. Yith Hounds. 11 plus modifier, not enough. The Count, not enough. And the bartender / owner, 3, not enough, even with their bonus. I'm not gonna use. I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration. Still not enough, but closer.
I mean, the number would certainly be bigger, but I don't...
Everyone except for Finn is underneath the creature's dominant control of mind. On their actions, they must follow the actions of this creature. Not important for now,
Ah,
but now this creature has full dominance of the enemies. Finder, go.
Wow. Jesus.
now I see
Alright.
what kind of danger this thing is.
So I guess Finder would enter.
At the end of their turn, they do need to make another Constitution saving throw. If they succeed, they're no longer underneath the dominant spell.
I guess I could get that far. Technically, I don't want to go super far because Honk needs to be beside me, so I'll go there. And I will say, this is raid Count Foster and the owner of this establishment surrender yourselves immediately. Is there any response? Does this creature just like give them to us, perhaps?
They're wide-eyed, and Finn, you can see like a weird aura wrapping around their normal aura. It does not look good, but they don't like respond towards Finder. They just look towards him with no pupil dilation. So they're like massive pupils.
Oh. So, just gonna have to take a quick peek at my spells here. I don't think I have anything that's super interesting.
And you said this thing infected everything. Did that include the Yith Hounds?
For sure.
Wow.
Maybe we shouldn't have been so glib.
Yeah. We were a bit glib there, but then again, the Dogma didn't have to go uber easy on us. We needed. We can rise to the occasion of his plots.
These things suck. I'm
And
glad I
we
didn't
appreciate
bid
it
on
when
them.
you do go easy on us. We do, but
I just rolled
you
poorly.
shouldn't always have to.
But I
Yes.
also
Said he's
think
going
it's funny
easy
how
on
like
us.
these guys' plan was like our enemy's plan was to have these hounds corral this thing, and the first thing it did was immediately Uno reverse their stupid fucking plan.
Yes. I'll explain after the game why that happened, but for now, it happened this way.
Okay. Fuck. I honestly don't know what to do at this point. I just want to grab their bodies and get out, but I've already run. I'm
They're
just
not
gonna-
unconscious or anything.
Yeah, but like there's little point at shooting at them to intimidate them. I've realized their eyes don't have pupils.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still a threat.
I don't know. Maybe that does something. Maybe I'll be like,
They're hopped
Okay.
up on PCP.
okay, I do have this idea. So I have this I have the mind or sorry, the mage hunter poison, but I haven't had a chance to make bullets with it yet. Could I use a bonus action to apply a little poison to a bullet and then use an action to fire it?
Yes, but there's a possibility the poison will not proc or hit if the application isn't good.
That's fair. Do you want me to roll for application?
Yeah, that would either be Arcana or Sleight of Hand.
Arcana it is.
Okay, that's good enough.
Alright, let's see if I can hit oh geez. Things look to have gone bad. So I'm gonna assume that the person who owns the place probably has a better chance of correcting things than Count Dickhead. So I'm gonna fire around at them. Pew pew.
Maybe I should have kept her on the ground. You would have had disadvantage. 19 does hit.
Oh, that's true. So does the anti-magic thing have any effect on her?
It wouldn't normally, but I like this idea, so I'm going to allow it to do. I'm going to let her roll another con save, allowing the poison to like take effect and potentially snap her out.
She also takes 13 points of damage.
13, and go ahead and add another D8. Not bad.
Fuck a racist ass. No.
Slime...
Won't let me into your bar, will ya?
For sure, yeah, unfortunately, but true. Slamming in for 20 points of piercing damage.
19, technically.
Oh, I read that wrong. 19 points of piercing damage. And some anti-magic damage. Bursting into her mind isn't clear, but it is to the point of pain that her consciousness is almost driven back to the surface. She will roll again, and with the modifier does succeed. Her control or dominance is then phased out. Looking towards this situation, looking towards the Count, looks towards you. Is there anything you say, Finder?
For the love of God's woman, put it back in its cage.
Roll persuasion, and then it will move over towards Win.
Persuasion.
She may or may not do that, depending on how much she values her
But
life.
not because you said so. No.
Yeah, potentially. Win, go.
Win. Is your microphone on?
Basically, she's like, "Excuse me, pardon me, coming through."
She's walking on top of a bridge of wolves, on top of a bridge of a metal snake. No.
Wayne doesn't know that the pounds are under the thing's control, right?
You saw it do something weird, and then like everything was quiet. You could more or less infer.
Easily enough. Yeah, can that be easily communicated?
Let's put it this way: none of the hounds are barking at this thing at all.
All right, so.
Guess you've got plenty of other hounds you can go ahead and corral it with.
Yeah, I was like, well, thank God I brought my own. But I guess I'll
What do the blue dots represent?
The enemies.
I guess I'll hold action.
Okay.
Mm, yeah, I'll hold action for now.
Hmm. What about your wolves?
My wolves will um I think half of them will try to uh corral the creature back into its cage. Hopefully non-aggressively.
Uh,
Hopefully we can get through this smooth.
like the wolves are trying to corral it non-aggressively, or attempting to.
Yeah.
That'll be difficult
Yeah.
based on the situation at hand. I'm not saying it's
Okay.
impossible, but it's gonna be tough. You can go ahead and
And I want the other half to basically surround the count and owner.
yeah, I'm pretty sure their speed is 40. Okay, yeah, they can probably do that without too much of an issue. Oh yeah, they can easily surround. At the very least, corner. The hounds rush towards the area, blockading them. The 4 others will try to corral this thing non-aggressively, but unfortunately, based off of what has already happened, it's going to be tough. Not impossible, but tough. Win, go ahead and roll for me 1d20 plus... What's animal handling based off of?
Do you just want me to roll animal handling?
It would be your dog's your wolf's animal handling. +1. I'll give you advantage because Pack is doing it. DC to beat 15.
Well, you did say with advantage, and it's a nat 20.
Yes.
I'm taking the
Weird
daffodils.
way of rolling it, but I'll take it.
Well, you said two.
Yeah, no.
You basically said.
If it's a
roll
+1,
me-
I mean that's a faster way of doing it, right?
Yeah, you basically said roll with advantage because they're doing it as a pack, and the modifier is +1, so I'll just roll two d20s.
I already said I'm taking it. Okay.
Yeah, so basically the wolves will run up and kind of just have that air of authority. It's like it's not aggressive, but it's commanding, and
Yeah.
kind of just approach it slowly, kind of urging it back in, and probably nudge it a little bit.
I'm gonna say as its reactional thing, it is forced to move in the cardinal direction desired. So that eats up its reactional thing. Okay. That's the wolf and wolf pack tactics.
Great success.
And when said you're holding your action, is there a distinctive reason for it?
Yeah. Just basically after the wolves go, and hopefully, they can get it in. I wanted to do something to close the cage.
Looking at the cage, you can tell
if
that
it's possible.
that it is a weird contraptional device. There are magical runes inscribed in Giant or Jotun, as Finder has mentioned beforehand. The door rolls up and backwards. There is a possibility that you just can use strength to grab onto the bars and roll it down. Whether or not it'll lock that way, it's hard to tell. But if you can read the words, which Finn can, you could potentially close it that way. It's written in Jotun, but it's written magically in Jotun. You wouldn't need to roll an Arcana check, even if you can read the words, because you're trying to decipher the magic. But not
Now
impossible.
you did say that the Jotun language written down would be very similar to Dwarvish.
Yeah. So anyone that can also read Dwarvish can try.
It's Jemmy's turn next.
Not mine. So I guess I'll just the two people still look kind of out of it, right?
The redhead is now like worried, but now into like what's going on. The Count for sure is still out of it.
But
I
the
guess,
redhead is also
when-
surrounded by your wolves.
I guess Win will just tell them to stand down and surrender.
I don't think she would, even if she is cornered. She might just call for backup. Roll intimidation. Advantage, because
Are
pack
you
of wolves around it.
Are you sure intimidation and
Mhm.
not like persuasion? Because Win is not intimidating whatsoever.
Well, that's it. You said surrender. You didn't say, please let us save you. Let's end this. You said surrender.
That's true.
She did say please first.
Pack of wolves negates the please.
Ooh, 18's good.
That is true.
It's pretty good.
She will probably not call for backup, but she might run. Or she might surrender. Depends on her turn.
Oh,
Nice.
if she runs, the wolves are gonna take action.
So many attacks of opportunity. Okay.
Actually, only like 2.
At least 2. Jamie.
All right. So I guess the first thing I'm gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do is throw my cloak back into these guards here at the back door. Count Volstra's double-crossed us. Run!
Roll deception. Because it'd be very weird.
Do I get any sort of advantage since I do look like the bartender?
No, but you don't auto fail. 18 is very good. Do you say those words exactly? Or do you use other words? Because you just said Count Vostra has betrayed us, run. That could indicate run and get back up, or run for your lives, or get the heck out of here.
Yeah. Okay, let me Yeah, because the intention was for them to flee. Okay.
Fly, you fools!
Count Volstra's double-crossed us. Let's get out of here.
Okay, that's good. Well, they were supposed to go at the end of the round. They're just going now. They just leave.
They use their reactions to piss off.
They're gone. Never to be
Alright.
arrested.
It's a good thing we did this on the north, because the south, I thought, had, like, the captain of them.
The South does have the captain of them.
Yeah. Nice.
Wasn't Jimmy gonna try and shut the door?
Yes.
Binder can read Dwarvish as well.
But if you want me to leave so Finn can do that, I guess I can.
No, that is not what I meant at
No,
all.
we'd love for you to do it, but I don't know if you, like... can see it.
Thaumaturgy. I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy to slam the door shut.
Damn, that actually works. The door just like
Unlocked.
buckles
Nice.
down, hits it, slams it. It's not fully locked, but it is now closed.
Alright, although I did have to get to about... I'm gonna go here where I can see a little better.
You are
Get close enough to
subsumed.
actually be able to hit it.
if you can get out here, you might be able to.
Well, it's a cage, right? Like you can see through the bars.
You can for sure see through the
Oh.
bars.
Yeah, but if you can get over here, you might be able to see the side that has the writing on it. Say the words.
Use thaumaturgy. It worked.
Yeah. Basically, I could do what you're saying, and then you'd have to close the door because I would have run out of time.
Okay.
I'd have to dash to get to where you're talking about.
Oh, never mind. I thought you had.
He's not a rogue, so he can't use a bonus action dash.
Yeah, and full action thaumaturgy. So it might. We don't know if it's locked or just thaumaturgy lock it. I don't think so.
It just
I believe
slams
it
it shut.
Slams,
Auto-lock.
doors open, closed.
So it might not be locked, but hopefully that's enough to demystify everyone.
Damn, that actually would. Now that I think about it, yeah, Count Volstra
we
is
are
no
doing
longer
it right.
mentally dominated. The Yith Hounds are no longer mentally dominated. That could be good or bad for you guys. Either way, this creature is no longer controlling them.
In that case, I've got a bit of a different idea. Attack the Count!
You would have the language skills to do it.
Jemmy speaks. Oh, you're doing your brain talking.
No, I'm gonna just say it out loud. I learned the commands.
Yeah, in Sylvan, you say attack,
Okay.
count, you point. They currently have the command of corral, and that would supersede your command. Would supersede that. So, yeah, on their turn, they'll probably attack the count.
That's
All right, and just to add to that, I'm gonna go ahead and because yeah, let's see. So I did my move. I did my bonus. No, the action was to cast that. Yeah, so I can still do a bonus action to cast. I guess spiritual weapon. Let's see if where am I here?
checks out. Thaumaturgy's a cantrip.
Yep. All right, yeah. So I'll go ahead and cast spiritual weapon right there next to the count. Maybe probably put it on the far side of him. Basically, that way, yeah, any fleeing he does is probably going to provoke him a lot of opportunity attacks. And yep, gonna go ahead and try and attack for that. So let's see, did I knock that? Yeah, I knocked. Right? Yeah, I counted that down. Just making sure I spent the spell slot.
Because it's a vampire you're attacking, you've made sure to fill the money bag with silver.
Of course. Well, plus, you yourself said, don't carry gold.
Yeah, it was dangerous in this neighborhood.
All right.
Ew, who
Continue to
carries
attack.
anything but gold and platinum?
Even you're like, oh, gold is gross. Everyone just uses electrum unless you're poor.
Yeah, like, what are you, a peasant?
No one uses Electrum. Its inflation rate has been so bad it's now useless. Other than spell component material. True
Well,
canon in this world.
If you have to settle for coins because you can't afford to pay in gemstones, oh, you're definitely one of the poors.
16 does hit the count.
All right. Okay. 12 points.
As your spiritual weapon just bashes into the count, hitting him, almost knocking him unconscious. He is bloodied and bleeding out. Not dead, but he cannot take another hit like that.
All right, that's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Noble does not mean high power.
Quite true. There's a reason why he's getting goons to do his work for him. He has the money, not the skill. Intimidated to stop or to surrender to do what needs to be done. She does not want to die. That being said, though, she also isn't willing to listen to the law, or else she wouldn't be a criminal. What she is going to do is panic and try to get away from here. Now, because I don't want to not let you do anything, Win, she is going to do something dumb and like panic this way, giving an attack of opportunity from the first wolf, this wolf, and then this wolf.
Oh, who's a good boy? Who's another good boy? And who's the third good boy?
Oh wait,
when
they
the
actually
first-
have attack cards.
Was that?
I forgot they actually have attack cards.
Yeah. Also, the first two wolves would have the pack tactics feat, so they'd had advantage.
Yeah. So hold on, let me get a wolf thing going.
And their bite is a +4.
How come I can't drag out the wolf creature page from the compendium?
I don't know. Give me 1 second. Maybe it'll let me do it.
Yeah, because usually all you have to do is just drag and drop, right? It's
Normally.
not letting me.
Can be controlled and edited by when. Okay, there should be, if everything I did correctly, a wolf token.
I see it now.
Okay.
You can delete that token. Quick, 1 second, 1 second.
Mhm.
I don't think I can edit the page.
It's weird I allowed you to do it.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got it.
Okay. You might have just took and rolled 20 a little bit of a few seconds to update.
Roll 20 acting up and being slow. That never happens.
There you go, your 3 bites.
Okay. 12 would not hit, 20 for sure would hit, and 16 would hit.
Alright, so she needs to make 2 strength saving throws or get
Knocked prone.
knocked prone.
Okay, first hound does not hit, but the second one she gets bitten into. Strength save, +3. 22.
Yeah, DC's 11.
A good chunk of flesh is rendered off. That's 10 piercing damage. Allowing the second one that hit to hit. Making another save, +3. Does not succeed because to succeed you need to hit an 11, so she gets hit prone here.
Yeah, she's knocked prone.
Using the rest of her movement, she gets up, but that's all she can do. She can't technically attack. She will attack your wolf.
Oh, that is not in her best interest.
That's true. She's panicking. She wouldn't have she wouldn't think of attacking, technically. I guess she could just use her main action to continue to run.
Yeah, she could dash, or if she's panicking that way, yeah.
Yeah. She moved 15, used the rest of the 15 to get back up, and she's going to continue to panic, allowing the wolf to get another opportunity attack.
Well, you only have one reaction.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's true. That's technically true. Well,
Oh, wait,
the
what's
other
that
two
second
still attack.
D20?
The other two wolves, they've attacked.
Yeah, but
Retroactively.
no, the
She didn't move
Oh,
out of
close.
their range, right?
But she's about to.
no, Win rolled all those already. But the thing is, so wasn't
1,
the first
2.
saving throw to avoid being thrown prone?
So 1, 2. Oh, so she got 3. Yeah, she got 3.
The first attack didn't land.
which was this one?
Right, but the second one did, and so did the third. And a 22 is rolled as a strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone. So what's the next roll? If that's a strength saving throw, the
That's
third
the
wolf.
prone, but then she gets up with the rest of her movement and then uses an action to dash.
Well,
Yes.
oh, did she only move half her movement? Okay.
Which would get her here. Which is what she
Okay.
was trying to do, but she now can't use her action to, like, break the wall. She's got hurt terribly. Yithounds. Yithounds were commanded to attack the Count. She's panicking, so she can't counter the attack. The command, so they're just gonna do it. Bonus action, they blink out of existence, get next to the Count.
Oh god. Well, Finder hates vampires, so.
We're supposed to take
I
him
believe-
in alive.
He's
I
a
believe
vampire, he's
we're-
immortal.
You
I
don't know
believe
that
we're
for
about to have a
sure.
Also,
We're about to
Finder
have a
doesn't
diplomatic
care.
meeting.
They're just hard to kill. Actually, you wouldn't know how to kill them because it's very hard kept secret. But there are rumors that silver, garlic, running water, creatures of the
Finder-
Feywild could do it.
Finder would know the rumors, but he's probably never actually killed a vampire.
Yeah, like the rumors are like silver, garlic, running water, creatures of a different realm,
Mhm.
religious
shenanigans,
radiant
you know.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
The Count is already at bloodied. They do have pack tactics.
Stupid idiot.
First one does not hit. Second one does hit. Third one does hit. And the last one is a natural 20, so it does hit. There's like no way he's not gonna go down. So he he drops to the ground unconscious and also loses 2 death saves.
Jesus. We kind of have to save this guy.
That's his turn. Raven finally gets to go. Rush, rush, rush. Rush, rush, rush. Can cast magic. Looks at door. Does he have Dwarvish or Jotun? No, he does not. He does have that spell knock, though, that could technically close the door.
You'd have to be in physical contact.
That's true. Rush, rush, rush. Uses the rest of his action to get to the door. So on his next turn can do it, if no one else is able to. Finn.
Kind of have to say.
Oh wait,
This
sorry.
is totally out of character for Finder. Finder wants this stupid vampire dead. But
End of round, these guards show up.
Okay.
Alfin.
and they have to make a wisdom throw as to know whether or not they need to just get the hell out of here.
Alright, Finn can move to the door. And is it his action to read the writing and do the thing?
An action. Nah, I'll let you read it for like a free action. But to interpret it would require either a bonus action or a main action. and it would be Arcana.
See, I knew you were obsessed with trying to close this door.
Yes.
Sounds like a really good thing to do.
All right. I'm going to main action Arcana.
Okay.
Oh.
Like, you can read the words, but the way it needs to be interpreted as a spell kind of locking mechanism, it's hard to interpret that without the actual knowledge of it. It's not impossible.
Okay. I was going to say, I look at it, I don't figure it out. It's like I see the word, but I'm not 100% sure what to do. I take a quick glance behind me, seeing the countdown and remembering our standing order was to bring him in alive. I'm going to bonus action 1d6. On the count.
Okay. No longer dying. Is that 2 health? 2, I think, plus modifier, maybe?
So I don't want to be that guy, but I would also find it hilarious if, because this is an undead.
If they damaged him.
I'll let you finish that thought, yeah.
Unfortunately, Finder Finn's healing stuff is a little different.
Good. From a player perspective, good. From Finder, he's like, no!
The Quarry are a little death's deterministic.
Yeah, so it's a kind of a psychic-ish ability. I don't know. It doesn't have verbal or semantic components, so I can just look and do, I guess.
Yeah. Looks towards the man.
Everybody knows about your midichlorians.
Healed by 2 plus your warlock level. So he is conscious again, but still prone and on the ground being attacked by wolves. And Yithounds. Well, cornered by wolves. I believe
not
that
the best day of his life.
I believe that's Finn's
not
turn.
On his last death save. Yeah, that is my turn.
The 2 other rich dudes just book it out of here, never to be seen again. They might get rested later in the future, but for now they're no longer in combat. The Count, now conscious thanks to the door being closed, but not locked, presumably. Half his movement to get up. The other half says something petty that you guys clearly do not care about. It's something on the lines of, do you know who I am? I can get you all fired if I desire it, but none of you, clearly care about that. I don't know, maybe one of you do.
I have, 10 different job offers lined up, dude.
Yeah, says the guy who just got eaten by wolves.
And as for the rest of us, it's like, man, you're going to have to take a number and get in line. There are plenty of people who are ready to fire us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, don't worry about that 4 I rolled earlier.
Oh, yeah. What could go wrong?
The Count clearly seeing that you guys don't care about his chastising. Main action, he can pull out a weapon, but he only has a rapier. And he's not proficient in it. It's more decorative than anything else. He could try running, but immediately would be attacked. He's not dumb.
Here we go.
It's my turn next. Can I say something?
Go for it.
Not next. Just be like, oh, I'm sorry, Count. Your safety is so important to us, but there is clearly you have to come in for questioning because these rampant, filthy illegals have been doing something against us. We are happy to take care of your safety, but you must come in for questioning, of course.
Roll deception.
Oh yeah, that's a bald-faced lie.
I'm gonna have it contested. You don't automatically succeed or lose. He is in a state of panic, so he might just believe you. He does get a +2 to insight. I'm not gonna add his proficiency because at this point, again, panicking would not be thinking straight. As an 11. And it gets up, unruffles his outfit, which clearly to Jemmy is very expensive. Ah, finally, someone that understands. All right, settle the matter at hand. I guess that'll be his turn. He technically could have just turned into smoke and like disappeared, but he could only move 10 feet around, so he'd easily get caught if you know what to look for.
You gotta appeal to these rich, pompous idiots' entitlement.
The creature is inside, not locked in. Now that it's its turn, it will just. Let's see here. It's not strong.
I was
It's
gonna say, is it just gonna try and lift up the gate?
It will. Finn is there. If it wants to roll contested against this thing, you can.
Raven
would
is there
definitely
too.
like
He
to.
could help.
I'll give Finn advantage then.
Team Noodle Arms for the hopeful win.
Hey, Team Noodle Arms.
Actually, Finn is actually pretty strong. Comparatively
I
to everyone else.
have a strength.
Yeah,
I
he's
have a strength of 12.
Yeah, we're like
He's
compared.
Compared to everyone else.
Okay. Come on.
I will allow you to roll first. It is a 12. It
Oh,
needs to beat a
action
12.
related.
Nah, it's fine.
Actually, oh, no, it's a full action to use my telekinetic ability. Never mind.
So it needs to beat a 12. It has a +2 only because it's so large. Here we go. It's an 11. Somehow you succeeded.
Oh my
with
god.
all my strengths. You can see me leaning down, putting my body weight into the pull and everything. He's like, "You're not getting out."
He's got a really defined like anime vein in your forehead.
Like you are fighting to keep this thing down, but you are keeping it down. This creature's main action would be that. Its bonus action can't do it because it's in the cage, so can't do anything else. You do hear a psychic wail again. It doesn't cause you any pain, but it just hurts. But you stand strong. Finder.
no pain, but it hurts.
Well, no damage.
No damage.
Yeah, I get it.
So Finder doesn't want to particularly be within 30 feet of this thing because he saw what happened last time. So he's gonna go over here. And from here, can he see what's going on with the cage and the speakies and whatnot?
You see Raven and Finn like keeping the cage down. You see strange Jotun dwarvish ruins on the side of it.
Now, Finder does speak Dwarven and read and write it.
Arcana to figure it out how to like close this thing using the language and the magical component in tandem. 16 actually doesn't. DC to beat was 15.
Booyah.
It's essentially the lock spell, but written in the giant language. The item itself, the cage, would be the thing casting it. So you just need to know how to interpret the words and use the spell. Or at least read it so it works properly. And Finder, with your 16, you are able to do so. Do you do that?
Yeah, I locked that sucker up.
Okay, that would eat up. If you did use
action,
yes,
I'll take it as a full action because I want to use my bonus action to command my pet.
Okay. Locking it up as your action, you do so. It is now trapped in there unless someone decides to let it out again.
Yeah, then I'm gonna tell Honk to catch the redhead. Essentially. And
do we really need her alive?
Yeah, actually we really do. Because this count guy can just lie and lie and lie. It's super important that we have her to corroborate testimony.
She doesn't have to be alive to do that.
If we can keep them separate, then perhaps they'll sell each other out.
Listen, Honk's just gonna dash over there to prevent her from escaping, and then he's very large, so as soon as Honk has an action, because it's gonna take a bonus action, or it's gonna take, an action to dash over there. Just we're gonna James and the Giant Peach this thing. Pinocchio, is that an easier reference for everyone? Honk's gonna swallow her.
I understood both.
Anyway.
I was just waiting for the roll.
No, there's not a roll yet because
Next
it's
action.
like 60. It's like 60 feet away,
Ah,
so I
okay.
have to use an action to dash.
So he's standing in front of her. If she tries to move, he'll be able to use a bonus action,
Yeah.
or not bonus action, but a reaction attack, and can entangle her.
Okay.
Yeah. And yes, counts. Just don't make any sudden movements. You understand how beasts are.
Of course, such vile creatures, honestly.
And that's Finder's turn.
Okay, Finder made a new best friend.
Oh God.
Win.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh, sorry. Could Finder also say to the dogs like stop because their current command is tearing apart? He's like, or can someone do that?
Heal.
I
Yeah.
guess I can, very begrudgingly. Well, actually, I was gonna go ahead and take them off of him to deal with Dolores, but you seem to value her too much, so it's got to be one or the other.
Yeah.
can deal with
We can use her action to call for the hounds to heal.
It could either be your action or your bonus action. I'll leave it up to you, one.
Look at this. Real fucking police could take lessons from our de-escalation.
Yeah, this was awesome. And win for the clutch move, corralling that thing back in the cage.
Oh, thanks. That was some bullshit, I must say though.
Yeah.
That was a lucky fucking roll.
Oh, yeah.
The 20.
Okay, so I'm gonna call for the Yafans to heal.
Immediate at
Do
attention.
they? Okay, good doggies. And I'll use a command for the wolves to. Okay, I'm gonna split up the wolves again.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use the 2 wolves by the cage to guard. To basically make sure that thing doesn't leave the cage again. I'm going to. The count's good with the Yev Hounds, so I'm gonna use 3 wolves to surround the boss and 3 wolves to surround the guards.
Okay.
Probably want to specifically get them behind the guards so that they're blocking the exit.
Well, I was gonna have 1 in front and 2 in the back to literally surround them.
Oh, that works.
Because, Wynn's trying to capture everyone she can. She's trying to be, a valuable team asset.
You're only going easy on them because they don't have like a unicorn to give you or anything.
When
Yeah,
anyone
Wynn
pulls
doesn't care
out a
about these
unicorn
fucking
plushie.
people. Yeah, Wynn doesn't care about these people. She's like, whatever.
Throws it in the garbage.
As soon as she found out they were animal abusers, she's like cracks knuckles.
Yeah, hello. It's like, I had to make sure that even though these are Yip Hounds, they are taken care of.
Fair enough. Oh, so Jemmy, you're technically in a hole. It's neither here or there.
Okay,
Sorry, bud.
so...
Could he have was he on?
I'm gonna say he got slid in here.
Yeah. I was gonna say he was like standing on Honk.
When you're saying
Okay, question. Is the cage locked and secure right now or no?
yes, it is indeed
Okay, so
locked
we
and
don't
secure.
have to worry about that anyway.
Unless someone somehow opens it.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, so fuck. There's really not much you can do. Give me a. Yeah. No, she can't do that. It's concentration. Fuck. Because for some reason, conjure animal is concentration. Fuck. Never mind.
Well, the situation is pretty well under control at this point.
Yeah.
There's really not much one can do at the moment. So she'll just yeah, sorry if I'm picking on. Yeah, so I guess she'll just give out commands to the hounds and wolves
Mm-hmm.
to capture and secure.
Okay.
And on the wolves' turn, which is now, they'll try to capture and secure.
Okay. Going into the area, causing a rendering bite. They do have advantage against the attack due to pack tactics.
Which area?
All of them, technically, they just need to be 5 feet away from each other. Except for this guy.
This has been a horrific episode of dogs tearing people apart.
There, that's good now, right?
That's a weird
Yeah.
choice of synonym for delightful.
Yeah.
You can just call
Oof.
me like a part of the I'm like in charge of the canine unit. Okay.
Yeah, you're like so sweet and delightful and like have this posy and this orchid, and then you're like also hounds tear the flesh from their limbs.
This is like possibly the only offensive shit she does. Okay, leave her alone.
But like even compared to most magic where it's like burn them or like electrocute them or smash them with a rock,
No, it's being eaten alive.
get torn apart by dogs. Oh.
Okay, so these are gonna be non-lethal attacks. They're just trying to take the perpetrators down.
We're definitely the
You know?
canine unit
Huh?
here.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the boss.
Mm-hmm. 18 does hit, 19 does hit.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 unfortunately does not hit. I'm lying. This is a joke.
Yeah, once again, these are going to try to be non-lethal. They're just trying to take down the perpetrator.
7, 5, now bloodied. 10 plus 8. Very close to near death, but not quite dead. This is the main person. On to
Okay, so
And the mechanical
now...
snake.
Okay, so do we attack the guards or yeah, I guess.
Make them prone.
Yeah,
get them out of here. Herd them out of here.
Oh no,
Yeah,
just get them
I
prone.
guess-
We're gonna arrest them. There's guards coming to help us with them cleanup.
Snarl
yeah,
them
I
into a
guess
corner.
yeah, I guess when I guess we'll try to corral them.
yeah, okay.
You know, lay down your arms and get on your knees, kind of deal.
Or the wolf take the arms off of you.
They've seen what's happening already.
This is the
Uh,
Win,
police.
Win is in full control of the situation. It's
Roll
kinda
persuasion.
scary.
Advantage due to not due to guards, due to wolves. It would be
still
intimidation
in
if they had a
combat?
chance. Potentially.
Are we still in combat?
Depends if the persuasion works. I'm not gonna say it auto
Oh.
fails. I'm gonna have them roll.
It
I was gonna
probably
say,
fails.
If we were out of combat, I could core eye guide her roll.
+3. Not out of combat just yet. They do not listen.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Surprisingly enough, I rolled well for them. Okay.
Well, I
Okay.
guess since they're not listening, can I have the wolves talk or no? Too late.
I'm gonna say too late for now. But if they do run, they will immediately have attack of opportunities.
They're gonna have a bunch of attack opportunities.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Okay.
I'm good.
Jimmy.
All right. Is Dolores still conscious?
Barely.
All right. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and step forward. Oh, so anyway, as I walk forward, I go ahead and pull back the hood, and Dolores sees a very familiar Goliath. Um, if you knew who we were, you should have had the good sense to cut your losses instead of getting in this deep. I'm gonna go ahead and send my spiritual weapon over there and just PR-24 right upside the head. Non-lethal takedown I'm attempting.
She just like turns back towards you. I have no idea who the hell you are.
You didn't look like yourself. You look like that.
I look like the Goliath that was in the bar.
You still
I mean-
look like that guy?
I mean, yes, you do. But like personally, and also, she hasn't looked into your background yet. She has no idea who you are, other than you're a cop. At least it's
Yeah.
Well,
Goliath.
she did see us at the bar and had a negative reaction, so I think that's all he was going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, she decided to try to kill us instead of like, oh, maybe distance herself from whatever the hell the cops are getting into. So it's kind of like, oh, I think that hits.
21 does hit.
All right. Bam.
She was at 7th health, so how would you like to take her down?
I'm
Non-lethally.
just imagining.
Non-lethally.
I did specifically call that out.
That's true.
But basically, I'm just imagining the thing just swinging around almost like a haymaker and just basically kind of doing a hit to the jaw, you know, just that classic kind of boxer move where their head just whips to the side and then they fall down.
Yeah, whirly bird and into the area, and then just smacking straight into the side. It just knocks them down and out. Now we're. Let's see if they're
And I
loyal.
step here just to get out of range of the cage.
Advantage +3. For sure now the guards do surrender, mainly because
What else are
One.
they gonna do?
what else they're gonna do, and 2, they are surrounded by all enemies. They could potentially have the Yit Hounds come, like they could potentially try to command it, but odds are not in their favor. So immediately they just like get to the ground. They don't even have weapons drawn. Like one's a very burly, tall elf, and the other one, I believe it was a thin dwarf. They just like down on the knees, hands over their heads, pretty much taken in. Now, Finn, we're out of combat.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead, move over this way, try and see and hear up into where the destroyed stairs were to see if there's anybody. I know there's people up there, but try and hear how many and what they're doing.
Roll me perception check with advantage. You don't hear a sound. You know that there are things up there, probably guards up there. Nothing is making a sound.
Okay, there's a hole right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to use
Um,
acrobatics or athletics to get up there?
Magic
Um,
broom.
I gave back the broom for a +1, but
Oh.
I'm going to concentrate for a second and just lift into the air and see what's up there.
You see a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of creatures that you have never seen before, and some that you might have. All of them are knocked out, unconscious.
Ah, the creature. I'll come back down, and as I'm coming out of the rough terrain, I'll point upstairs and say, just so everybody knows, when backup arrives to arrest these people, there are a whole bunch of people upstairs that all need to be arrested and processed as well.
Very true. You like make sure everything's corralled, everyone's corralled while like you wait. Before too long, you do hear like a whole bunch of guards surrounding the area, drawing their blades. They immediately like enter inside, some with wands, some without wands. First, dramatically shouting out the words "freeze." Next, beginning to like get anything and
Hello.
everyone in here.
Oh, and even before that, I waste no time going over to Dolores. I'm looking for like our key and stuff like that.
Searching the
That's the
bejesus out of her.
Badges?
Yep.
for sure,
Badges. We need those stinking badges.
You actually do need your badge back very,
Yep.
very much.
you do find your badges. She did take them with her, but you find no keys.
Okay. Well, she's got the badges. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. From what you can tell from everything you've seen, she does not use keys. She used very expensive magical cages, which means that she paid a premium for them.
Well, I meant for her bar. I thought I was gonna have to go over there to get the badges. If she had them on her, that's great.
Oh,
Hey,
she
if we can
uses
still get the
magical
keys to our
locks.
bar. Magic locks, okay.
You can eventually like have a locksmith to break through and into it. It will need to be broken into anyways due to legal matters and things of that nature.
If only there was anyone that you knew that specialized in arcane and mechanical matters.
I'm going to go ahead and direct a couple of guards.
Well,
to,
you said that you on T aren't welcome there.
Maybe they should be.
Yeah, but now we arrested that racist bitch. No.
Yeah, I go ahead and direct a couple of guards that you're going to need a ladder, but there's a bunch up there too.
Many of them go up there. Some guards head towards the count, and the count basically going, finally, get me out of here. Like they put him in chains, hard, cold iron. What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, monsieur. The protocols, they are very rigid. This sort of, it's just a cursory questioning. I'm sure once we get back to the base, there'll be much more comfortable accommodations for your questioning.
Yes, due process says you must be arrested and processed.
But it's barbaric, I'm sure, by the standards of Noche.
If I don't get out of here soon, I will have your badges, good sir.
And I just got mine back. But don't worry, I'm sure the arrest will make your vindication that much sweeter.
As you're saying this, like gloating behind him as he's like shouting, give me your badge numbers, you hear a bang. Something you've heard beforehand. Finder does it all the time. And you see the count like drop into the hands of one of the guards. It wasn't Finder.
When runs over.
As you run over, Donovan.
I do a casting again.
As you do that, Donovan points his barrel of the gun towards you, Finn, and then looks towards Wynn. Don't do anything. If you do anything, you will be immediately prosecuted.
shot him?
Donovan.
Donovan at
Shot
the south entrance.
Who
Who's
is- who-
Donovan?
Yeah, do we know
Oh,
Donovan?
I see him
Your
now.
boss's boss, the third prince of the city. Essentially, royalty as
Oh,
also
man.
Okay.
Captain Guard.
So this is a guy we can't disobey, because I was just gonna throw another D6 on the count so he wasn't dead.
Yeah, I was about.
Yeah, you look towards him when you see him, and he is breathing. You just see like an entrance wound through his front chest, and like strange purple over his skin where like the piercing hit, projectile hit.
Something. In that case, I'm just gonna kind of come close to Donovan and ask, just quietly, something to specifically deal with undead.
Something to deal with specifically vampires. Anyways, it seems that
I
it's
find an
properly.
affinity for this man immediately.
And
I like the
sorry,
cut of
it
your
was...
chip.
Sorry, go on.
No, that was it. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
It was just a normal reaction for me to someone gets hurt in front of me to rush over. Sorry.
Fine, I suppose you are part of Section 9 in his group.
And
He
plus,
is-
you never dealt with his kind before, so I didn't know that what you did was to
Subdue, not
I-
harm.
just lost the word. Yeah, to subdue him.
General concoction, making sure he doesn't escape. Vampires of what not to do use magic to escape if they cannot use their own political gain or means. This way, he ain't going anywhere, and even if he does wake up, his abilities will be limited to corporeal form.
Thank you for the insights.
Right.
I'll keep that noted, just in case we run into another one next time.
Actually, it would
Again.
be very helpful if you could perhaps share that particular formula with us. With Section 9, that is.
On a need-to-know basis, and besides, I do not trust your team since you're working for that man. But if you have enough leverage behind you, I'm sure I can requisition some formula for you. If you excuse me. Then he basically ignores you and like begins to take command of the situation. Like immediately handcuffs the woman behind you, Finder, Dolores. Uses cold iron chains to also buckle in the Count's legs. He is rude for sure, but he's clinical and
Efficient.
good at his job.
I feel as though we are not going to take very much credit for all of this, despite being very effective. High fives for everyone back at base.
Before
Finn was about to quietly ask Finder, is this man going to be writing us out of the report?
He outranks us by a very significant degree.
before he leaves, Donovan looks towards you guys and does state, if you're worried about the report will be stated truthfully and honestly. You will not be removed from it, so long as you do not wish it. Some of you might want to keep a low profile, though, dependent on where you come from. But I will not blame Section 9's leaders' incompetence in his hiring ways, the ways he hires people.
I admit we are not all of us highborn, but...
Not highborn, just from not exactly non-criminal, or rather non-complicated situations.
So it's because we're not local. I understand.
Again, not that, but if that's how you decide to interpret my words, take it as you will.
I understand what he's trying to say. Some of us, don't want the spotlight on them, and others don't mind because of certain details about us. For me, I don't mind.
I didn't understand. Thank you for explaining.
No problem. She pats you on the head.
Before we leave, my lord, I feel like it is important for me to acknowledge that the hounds are controlled by Infernal. It's Infernal. No, Sylvan
Sylvan.
command. And the cage is the cage of the most concerning beast. Is controlled by a Jotun command.
Jots down notes, gives it to one of his security guards. They begin to requisition to see if anyone in the area speaks these languages.
Here are these specific commands. Blah 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
I can speak fluent Sylvan if that helps.
He
Right
nods.
now, I have the hounds on heel, so.
Oh.
Oh, and these wolves are mine.
Jots a note down. Nods. Very well then. One of the guards that does speak Jotun does state, have one of the guards help you, Miss Wen, get the Yith hounds back into the cage. We'll position them and get them back to the wild where they belong.
Also very important, the guards stay at least, I don't know, 30 feet sounds a little bit metagamey, but a good distance from the large creature, or it will literally take over their minds.
Well, right now in the cage, it kind of dampers its psionic abilities, but to be on the safe side, the less people around it would be best.
Well,
For
certainly,
CG
given
purposes.
that this thing is here for actually no, sorry, wrong voice. Given that this thing is was here for assassination purposes, yeah, we can't be sure that somebody won't have some way of triggering that cage to open. So you don't want everybody to be immediately succumbing under its effect if something goes wrong.
We will be clearing out the area as soon as possible. By the way, sir, you're not supposed to be here. I do not believe you're in any of the rosters I have for Section 9. If I had to guess, you're one of the individuals that he has hired in a magical disguise. I will not indicate who. Or whom, I
Additionally-
presume.
Is Dolores still in the room?
She's been, expelled from the room. They're quickly, meticulously taking people into custody, bringing them out.
She's unconscious
Alright.
anyways.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wonder who did that. Anyway, in that case, I go ahead and kind of walk around, honk, and then pop back around, taking the opportunity to drop my disguise and come back. And it's like,
At this point, he's probably regular size as well.
yeah, there's something to be said for keeping the enemies guessing.
I suppose that's fair.
Additionally, we think all of this was because of an assassination attempt by the Count against a member of the nobility of the Cloud City, specifically named... Oh no, she's disappeared from the map. I was just going to look at it.
No, she's right next to
Yeah,
us.
he's right there.
Named Cassidy. Oh look, she's here now.
Hi. I got curious. Understood. Let's see here. Based on everything I already have here for your group, you are to be assigned to Cassidy's entourage to return back to the... he was also going to call it the Floating Whale, but then changes his mind mid-sentence. Arcadia. I suggest you get everything prepared. You are to be shipped out tomorrow morning. We're trying to make sure that our diplomat here is sent back home, as well as trying to discern how the Count was able to take note on when and how she got into town. There's likely a mole within that facility, so it'd be up to you to determine who is letting loose this information. You've, looks towards the security guard he's, with, takes a clipboard, writes things down, gives it to the security guard, and the security guard hands it to you guys. These forms will allow you to go through without any problematic situation. However, you are not underneath the jurisdiction of Section 9 or the police guard here. You will be civilians over there.
That being said, you are giving us a mission to accomplish.
That is
I
correct.
believe he is, to protect Cassidy and find out who leaked the information. And sir, if you need a detailed report of anything.
There do appear to be a lot of people who were in on this plot. Dolores there, the unconscious woman, the bar she's running, she definitely had multiple staffers who were in on this plot. We actually had previously apprehended one of them. Interrogating him is what enabled us to infiltrate this place to find out what was going on.
I do have information that you've jailed someone earlier today. Rest assured, we will have our inquisitioners to deal with the matter at hand. But any information you do have would be appreciated and would speed the process up.
Most certainly.
You'll excuse me. But before I do go, security guard whispers to their ear, leaves for a second, comes back, puts something in front of you guys. Compensation for the job you've done, if you'll excuse me. And then he leaves.
Ooh, greedy fingers.
Greedy Fingers immediately opens it. Inside are pouches of money and one weird gemstone. More on that gemstone later. The money pouches inside do have 500 gold apiece, so everyone here does get 500 gold.
I'll take these daffodils.
The weird gem is a weird, near transparent, almost, if you've ever played Legend of Zelda, those rubies, but
Rupee?
white. Yes, but instead of a ruby, that shape.
Mm-hmm. And it's a silver one?
Yeah, kind of.
It's clear like a diamond.
Again, kind of, but it's more like smoky white, like near transparent, and a weird symbol on it, but it's not magical and it's not in a language you guys know. So it's like representing of something. You're just not sure what it signifies.
Is there
symbol since it's written?
No, it's more like a representation of something.
So this is like 100% foreign. It doesn't matter how much magic we know. This is like, whoa,
Well, I
what
could
is
read all
this?
writing if it was a word.
It's not a word. It's like a symbol. Like, best way I can describe it, if you like draw flames, you would understand that as fire. Similar to that.
But this is like smoke.
Yeah, or if someone has like a tattoo of 2 arms crossed with swords and like a skull and crossbones on top of that, that would also be a symbol. A symbol you guys would know, indicating pirates, but a symbol nonetheless.
This is a symbol representing smoke or representing some sort of phenomena that we don't understand.
A phenomenon you don't understand. It is a circle. Around that is a weird pointy aura around it. And around that pointy aura is like, the best way I can describe it is like a shining star.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The security guard looks towards you guys. You are to take this while on your mission, if you'll excuse me. Dumps it out, walks away with the chest. Taking the chest.
Money.
You guys have that. Like the animals, things of that nature are being taken care of, corralled. The for sure psychic creature will be kept in the cage, but will be removed once the guards have ability to do that. They will be positioned here overnight, over day, and with that, your mission has succeeded. You will tomorrow morning will be set out to have Cassidy get to her main city safely, and to find out who leaked out the information, because this was supposed to be top secret, and for some reason, someone that wanted to kill her knew about it.
Fucking
Uh,
vampires.
Fucking vampires. One thing is certain though, Cassidy's group, or at least her city, is like information-wise has like a good amount of relics and things of that nature. So you might find something you deeply desire there, or at the very least something new and unique, or maybe something from your past, or something from your own world. We will have to wait and see as we end the session for today.
Like you have to talk up the floating whale island.